My aunt opened Reed's point statement, and the beach house stopped calling Alyssa a coworker. The beach trip cracked because Reed tried to impress my family in the group chat. We were in a rental on the Gulf for my mother's 60th. Too many adults, not enough bedrooms. Reed was not technically family, but after 2 years around us, everybody talked like the wedding only needed a date. I had been uneasy about Alyssa for months. Reed kept calling her a coworker who leaned on whoever answered Slack fastest. He said it in a bored voice that made me feel childish. What made it worse was Denver. In July, he told me he was at a sales summit with 2 guys from work. He sent one hotel lobby photo, disappeared for most of Saturday night, and blamed client dinners turning into networking marathons. I let it go because my dad was between scans and I was too tired to fight over it. I once saw Alyssa's name in Reed's airline app under Saved Travelers before he closed it. At the rental, Reed offered to use his hotel points to book an overflow suite nearby for my aunt and uncle because the bunk room was bad. My mother thanked him twice for fixing the sleeping mess, which made what came next feel uglier than it already did. After dinner, Beth asked for the confirmation so she could stop worrying about the backup room. Reed opened his laptop and said he would email the booking to her. Instead, he sent it to the entire family thread called Beach Week Final. My cousin Harper cast the email to the TV. She clicked the attachment and froze. It was not the new reservation. It was Reed's full loyalty statement. The top looked harmless. Then Harper scrolled. Companion bonus stay, August 12. Harbor Meridian Hotel. Primary member, Reed Calloway. Companion guest, Alyssa Vance. August 12th was the Denver weekend. Nobody spoke for a second. My mother asked if companion guest meant someone booked through work. Reed said yes, probably, and laughed like the software was stupid. That might have survived if Harper had not kept reading. 2-night bonus applied after shared qualifying stay. Welcome amenity selected for companion room access. Late checkout requested by member. There was no second room listed anywhere. My brother looked at me first, because he suddenly did. Reed started explaining fast. He said companion was just what the program called any guest tied to a corporate rate. He said Alyssa got attached through his account. He said everybody was making travel admin sound like cheating because I had clearly poisoned the room about her already. I asked why he told me Denver was him and 2 guys from sales if his own statement said shared stay with Alyssa. Reed said because if he mentioned her, I would have turned a work trip into a referendum. Beth asked why a work trip needed companion room access and late checkout. He said hotels word things badly. Then my mother, who had defended him all year, asked if Alyssa was just a coworker. Why was she the only named guest on the trip he kept insisting was all men? That was the turn. Until then, people could still tell themselves this was awkward loyalty wording and my suspicion. Once my mother said that, the family stopped correcting my tone and started measuring his. Beth quietly closed the laptop. My brother asked whether the overflow suite was even really booked or just another smooth thing Reed was saying, until somebody checked. Reed opened his mouth, then closed it. People could still argue about what happened in Denver. The statement did not prove sex. It did prove a private pairing, a fake group trip story, and the fact that Reed hid Alyssa's name because he knew exactly how it looked. My father said nobody was using Reed's points for anything that week. I told Beth she could take the downstairs room and I would use the bunk beds with my cousin. Reed kept saying the document made it look worse than it was. Maybe. By bedtime, nobody at that beach house was calling Alyssa a harmless coworker anymore. They were calling her by name and asking why mine had been left out on purpose.